One favor turned into $10,000, all because he moved in. At first, it was cool. We split rent, groceries, everything. I thought we were just helping each other out. But slowly, I realized I was covering everything. Every light bill, every delivery, even random little stuff he forgot to pay for. One night I come home, see him streaming, snacks all over the couch. I asked, "Yo, you gonna grab the gas bill this month?" He looked at me like I was tripping. I felt my blood pressure spike. I started keeping track. Netflix, paid, food delivery, paid, Wi-Fi, paid, utilities, paid. And every time he saw me write something down, he'd shrug like, I got you next month." Next month never came. Bruh got a new hoodie, new kicks, snacks every night. Meanwhile, I'm calculating if I can make it to the 15th without overdraft. I laughed quietly. Not funny, more like, are you serious right now? I tried to be subtle at first, left little notes. "Hey, don't forget the electric bill. Can you grab the groceries this week?" Each one got ignored, like I was invisible. And the more I reminded him, the more he acted like I was overreacting. One weekend, I went out of town for work. Thought maybe a break would give him a chance to show he was responsible. Came back, nothing. Lights still on my name, fridge full of food I bought, streaming accounts still charged to me. He even had the nerve to say, "Man, I thought you'd handle that." I nearly dropped my bag right there. That's when I started noticing all the little things. His snacks, his deliveries, his random Uber Eats. I didn't even ask for the money yet, just paying attention. And every time I brought it up, he'd act like I was petty. Bruh, you literally moved in 6 months ago with just a month. I started leaving receipts everywhere. Electric, water, groceries, all lined up on the counter like a damn report card. When he saw it, he shrugged. I wanted to roll my eyes so hard, I think my vision blurred. Friends started asking why I looked stressed all the time. Told them I was managing stuff at home. Didn't even feel like explaining. Some laughed, some shook their heads. Deep down, I felt like I was going crazy. How can someone just live off you like that? One night, I came home from work and he had a new delivery sitting on the counter. Pizza, snacks, the works. I asked, "Wait, didn't we already eat?" He shrugged. "I was hungry, man." "Hungry? Bro, you live here rent-free 6 months and I'm the one keeping the lights on." I started keeping mental notes. Every dollar I spent for him, every late-night snack, every Uber, every subscription. When I brought it up, he acted like I was crazy. "It's just a few bucks, man," he'd say. "That few bucks adds up to like 3 weeks of my own bills." Then one day, I caught him on his phone, scrolling through his bank app. Full paycheck sitting there, untouched, no shame, no guilt, and he had the audacity to complain about not having cash. I couldn't believe it. I laughed. The sarcastic, "You really serious right now?" laugh. It got worse. He started inviting friends over. Parties in the living room while I was at work, all my snacks gone, all my food eaten. I asked him to at least let me know, and he said, "Chill, it's just a few people." A few people? My fridge looks like a hurricane hit it every weekend. I tried talking to him like an adult. "Yo, we need to figure out the bills." He nodded, said he got me next month. Next month came and went, same story. I started planning petty moves in my head. Little reminders, leaving the bills on his side of the counter, taking note of every time he ate or spent money I covered. One week I decided to push a little harder, left a note on his door. Rent, utilities, groceries, all due Friday. Didn't even see a reaction for 3 days. I started laughing out loud to myself. 6 months of just a month, and he still had the nerve to act like he wasn't the problem. Finally, I had enough. I told him straight, "Look, you either start paying your share or you need to find somewhere else to live." He laughed like it was a joke. I wasn't laughing. I pulled out my phone and started calculating everything I spent on him, every last dollar. When I showed him, his face went pale. I didn't even have to say much. The numbers spoke for themselves. He knew he was wrong. Instead of apologizing, he muttered, "I'll get you next month." Yeah, sure. I started making plans. I didn't just want my money back. I wanted him to know exactly how ridiculous this had been. So I started snapping pictures of bills, receipts, even food deliveries. Every time he asked for something, I'd pull up the receipts and say, "Pay me back." It wasn't easy. Some nights I'd lay in bed thinking, how did I let it get this far? Replay the past 6 months, all the little lies and excuses, all the shrugging, all the pretending like he didn't owe me anything. Maddening. But it felt good too. Petty good. I started marking down everything he owed me. Every snack, every delivery, every missed payment. I wasn't just collecting money, I was collecting satisfaction. Eventually, he got the message. Started paying a little here, a little there. Not enough to cover everything, but enough to show he realized I wasn't playing. And I kept track. Every payment, every late contribution, tiny victories like a general mapping out the battlefield. By the end of 6 months, he had finally covered most of what he owed. I didn't make him leave, but I made sure he knew I was no longer just going to absorb his nonsense. Looking back, it was wild how someone could move in with just a month in mind and turn 6 months into me carrying everything. But I learned a lot about responsibility, boundaries, and the power of being petty when someone's taking advantage. I didn't need to yell or argue. I didn't need to make threats. I just kept track, left reminders, and let the numbers speak. And honestly, it felt better than any confrontation ever could. There were nights I laid in bed, thinking about all the little things he ignored, all the subtle ways he tried to act like he wasn't part of this. It got frustrating, ridiculous, but also made me realize something important. I wasn't just doing him a favor, I was doing me a favor too, learning patience, boundaries, and how to handle people who try to take advantage. By the end, he was paying his fair share, respecting the space, and even started helping out with groceries and bills proactively. The petty moves, the ledger, the sticky notes, they weren't just about money, they were about respect. Looking back, I laugh now. Not the stressful laugh, but the knowing laugh. I outlasted him. 6 months of living with someone mooching off, you could break some people. But I came out on top, learned how to set limits without losing my cool, handle someone trying to take advantage, and most importantly, protect my own peace. It wasn't just about money. It was about boundaries, respect, and little petty victories that kept me sane. Every receipt, note, and reminder was a tiny win. And when I saw him finally start paying his part, I realized it had all been worth it. Sometimes I think about how I could have just kicked him out early, saved myself months of stress, but I smile because I played it my way, calculated, petty, and a little dramatic. 6 months of lessons, petty victories, and ultimate satisfaction all rolled into one. By the time it was over, I wasn't just a roommate covering the bills. I was someone who stood their ground, didn't let a freeloader walk over them, and came out smarter, calmer, and a little petty, but proud of it. And honestly, I'd do it all over again because it taught me more about people, money, and boundaries than any argument ever could.